Howdy folks, it's Digital Hunting Gear Guy, and this is the Chiappa X-Caliber insert kit. It's a bunch of inserts for your 12 gauge to make it not a 12 gauge anymore. So it's got I kind of like the carrying case, and you'll see why, because it's carrying 8 different caliber inserts in here. These range from shotgun ones like 20 gauge and 410 and that kind of thing, down to center fire cartridges like 9mm and that kind of thing. So let's take a closer look at this thing on the desk. All right, on the one side here, we've got our 12 gauge 20. So that's what this one's meant to do. It just fits inside your 12 and it just sizes it down to 20. This is the only smooth bore in the set because, well, you wouldn't want rifled with your shotgun. And it's got a lip along the edge here. That lip is for the extractor to grab against, so you can pull the cartridge insert out, and then you can fish out the empty with your fingernail. Or I guess a pencil down the barrel, but I just used my fingernail for pretty much all of these. You're going to want to make sure that you don't put the extractor on the spot that doesn't have any extractor groove, because that's going to be hard to pull it out. Next one we have here is a 12 gauge 410, and that one, again, just a little bit smaller, a little bit heavier because it's got a bit more of a barrel to it. And this one is rifled, so if you take a look down there, there is some rifling kind of hanging out. If you look down that barrel, oh, if I can get it, just take my word, it's rifled. The 410 barrel is rifled, I guess for slugs and maybe that kind of thing. I'm not quite sure why it would be rifled. Next up we have 12 gauge 40 cal. I don't have any of those to show you guys, but yeah, it does fire those. We got 1245 ACP. Moving on to the other side, there's 1244 Rem Mag. That one's kind of neat. That's a bit of power. 12380 ACP. Little guys. So I got this one upside down because I was using it, but this is the 9mm Luger one. And then we have 357 mags. So you don't need to have them. You don't need to have ones that necessarily are rimmed. This is a rimless round, 9mm Luger. It's just got a bigger cutaway here, so you can, again, grab that case out of there. So again, this is really meant to be used with Chiappa's shotgun combination thing, but a break action 12 gauge would be great for this kind of thing as well. You can grab your 12 gauge. I don't know. Let's try the 9mm here. So there's our 9mm. This one's got the extractor groove on the bottom, so I'm going to make sure that that lip is on the bottom there, and that the groove is not on the bottom. And that's that the extractor pulls the chamber insert out. Now you notice that it's a little bit firm in there. That's because these things use an O-ring right there. That's the O-ring that kind of like gets it in there tight. Because it's just an O-ring, this is not going to be super duper accurate. I mean, it was okay, but would I use it for anything serious? No. So there we've got it inside. It doesn't have to be fully aligned. I guess if you wanted like maximum repeatability, you would, but most shotguns don't have precise sights anyways, so who cares? Put your 9mm in there and snap it shut, and that's good to go. After you're done firing, you open it up. You can now grab that rim off of it, and if you want to, you can also pull the insert out because your shotgun should have extracted it. So I can't imagine you'd want to use this with ejectors. It would probably damage the ejectors just because it's so firm in pulling them out. But for extractors, it's just fine. So why don't we go out in Hoth, in the wilderness there, and shoot it a bit. So I can see it works. For a couple of those, I struggle a little bit because I actually shot that video before I shot this one, and I didn't quite figure out like how I was supposed to get the cases out. So now I know, and I'm just telling you guys now. What's the point of these things? That's a good question. I think a lot of people get them for the flexibility, being able to shoot lots of different cartridges. Okay, in the comments, let me know if you guys see a point. I think in a I don't know, Fallout 76 kind of a world where you're scrounging ammo and, oh, I found a box of 9mm in this drawer. Okay, great. Then having, a bunch of weird caliber inserts so you can use whatever ammo you scrounge up is good. Can you use it for grouse hunting and that kind of thing? Well, these cartridges are all kind of big compared to what you'd want to use for grouse. You'd want to use probably, if you had a 12 gauge, maybe like full choke would be just fine and just go for the head. 44 mag, 410 slug. I guess you could use it for deer hunting, but so could you use it for the 12 gauge? Could be, you just put a slug, rather than putting a caliber insert of, I'm going to use 44 rem mag for hunting deer. Instead of putting this thing in there, you could just put a slug in there and it's going to do the same thing. So I'm not quite sure what the use case is on them. They are pretty neat. I'm just not sure what I'd use them for. Anyways, if you know, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.